guys, welcome to this week's vlog. I'm actually heading south on a road trip for a couple of days. I have nothing more than my camera, a swag and an esky. I'm travelling really light. My main aim for this couple of days is try and get out and capture a couple of sunrises and sunsets. In particular, one spot I want to go to is Horsehead Rock. Horsehead Rock down here on the south coast is one rock formation that always fascinated me, and I've just wanted to try and grab an image of it. So we're heading down here. I'm about 6 hours from home, heading down here, just going to camp out tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow morning I'll get out and shoot Horsehead Rock, and if the conditions are right tonight, maybe even a sunset at Camel Rock. I'm not going to bore you with countless hours of driving and road trip footage. I'll come back and talk to you when I arrive down there. Well, after a 7.5 hour drive, I finally arrived in Bermagui, and I'm going to head out to Camel Rock and Horsehead Rock this afternoon. The drive was certainly worth it. What a beautiful location down here on the south coast. The problem we've got today is we've got a lot of wind in the area, a lot of strong westerly winds. We've got this beautiful sky though, a lot of high clouds, so there's a chance we might even get some colour this afternoon at sunset. I'll remain hopeful, but I'm going to head out, set up camp, and then prepare for a sunset shoot this afternoon. Welcome to Camel Rock on the south coast at Bermagui. What a beautiful afternoon. This is where I'm planning on coming for this afternoon's sunset shoot, and then tomorrow morning, hopefully if I can get around the corner, I'm going to go to Horsehead Rock and do a sunset shoot there. But I thought I'd come down this afternoon, just check out the location, try and work out some compositions before I come back on sunset. It'll be a reverse sunset because the sun's going to be setting over the back here, but I'm hoping this high cloud here, I might be able to get a little bit of colour in it. What a stunning location, just absolutely beautiful, and certainly worth the long drive to get here. I'm going to head back to camp now, get my camp set up, have something to eat, and then try and get back here just on sunset and try and capture this beautiful rock formation. What a difference a couple of hours makes. I've come back to Camel Rock about 2 hours before sunset, and that high cloud that we had earlier this afternoon has been replaced by this low grey cloud. And any chance of light that I had later on this afternoon I think will be snuffed out. I may have to go for like a long exposure or a black and white image, but regardless, I've come all this way. I just don't want to let this opportunity go, regardless of the light that we've got at the moment. It's just such a spectacular location, even with these overcast skies. So easily some of the conditions I've ever tried to shoot images in. If I was at home, I'd probably go home. I'm going to abandon it. It's yeah, the conditions are just getting worse by the minute. Oh, wow. I think that's what it's called, getting your backside kicked. I was literally on the beach for probably about 5 minutes before that southerly change kicked in, and at first I felt the cool air come through and I didn't think too much of it, but then it just increased to gale force, and there was no chance of getting any images. My gear's covered in sand, so there's nothing else for it now. I'm just going to head back, try and clean up my gear, and hopefully have a good night's sleep and try and get an image in the morning. But yeah, we'll have to just wait and see what happens with this wind.
Good morning. After a pretty rough night, a lot of wind, I actually ended up sleeping in the car, and I've made my way back to Horsehead Rock, but I'm not hopeful that I'm going to get anything today. It's quite a few showers around with this southerly change, and I've got, as I speak, I've got a little bit of rain on the windscreen.
Sun's about to rise here, and I've actually come down to Camel Rock because the swell's quite high there this morning and the tide's in a fair way, so I'm going to try and shoot the sunrise here, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of light. There's just a bit of broken cloud on the horizon, probably not quite as bad as I imagined it might be this morning, so there's a chance we might get some light. And if we do, once the tide's dropped a little further, I'll go over the other side and I'll try and get some shots of Horsehead Rock as well. It's right on sunrise at the moment, and as predicted, the light didn't happen. I've got a couple of shots here, but yeah, a bit disappointing. There's this huge band of cloud on the horizon. There was a little bit of colour earlier, but it's disappeared. I might just wait and just see once the sun gets above that band of cloud and see if we get any light poking through. But other than that, I might be off to Horsehead Rock shortly. I've made my way down to Horsehead Rock around the headland here, which was quite an experience, a lot of sharp rocks, and I've got to try and get in and capture this image of Horsehead here while the tide's as low as it is and before I get cut off to walk back. But yeah, just a spectacular location, a spot I wanted to come to for some time, and definitely well worth it. Finally got a little bit of light on the horizon. I managed to capture a couple of images here this morning. I'm going to grab a couple of long exposures and just savour this moment here. It was a long drive down, but definitely worth it. And yeah, just a spectacular location for landscape photography. I think the actual change last night, bringing through this little bit of cloud cover, actually contributed today and actually improved it. Although we didn't get a lot of colour, we've got a lot of moody skies here with these dark clouds on the horizon. Just out on the horizon at the moment, we've got the sunbeam shining through. Just a spectacular morning. Starting to feel a little bit more confident that I will get out of here now. The tide's still on the way out, so that's made me a little bit more confident to stay here a little bit longer. But I do know of people that have been trapped in here or have had some nasty injuries trying to get in here. So if you do ever plan to come to Horsehead Rock to shoot, or Camel Rock, just make sure you get a really flat sea and a receding tide. You want the tide to be as low as possible, otherwise you could find yourself in a little bit of drama. But I could thoroughly recommend it. It's a absolutely spectacular location. Sun's finally poking its head through in this spectacular location of Horsehead Rock. That's it for this week's video. If you've enjoyed the content of this video, then please don't forget, go down below and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, then please consider subscribing. Tap the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Hopefully I'll be around shooting some more landscape soon. See you later.